And welcome back to episode 3 of Delusion. So, I'll be honest, it's been a few days since we've touched this. I think we discovered that we talked to this person, and then we were having to head back into town. So we'll talk to this person, what they able to say. Bella spent countless nights here, hunched at her desk by the light of the candle. While the rest of her crew slept, she would pore over sky charts and scour old tomes for shreds of arcane knowledge. Back then, when I was flesh and blood, I thought she was driven by the pure desire to carve out a better world. But in time, I came to think of her as little more than a frightened girl trying to fix something broken inside of herself. For there is a thorn in Bella's heart that she cannot remove. Sometimes its maddening scratch pushes her to greatness. Other times it twists her into a cruelty and barbarism. The ghost looks into her eyes. Listen, stranger, whether you wish it or not, you will cross paths with Vela. I see it clear as day. But what will happen next is a tangle of infinite possibilities, a dark void that swallows any attempt at foresight. If you wish to understand the woman your fate has bound you to, seek an old manor that drifts on the northeastern edge of Hallowshire. I will meet you there. Okay. So at this point we sort of have 2 tasks. Regardless, we're heading to Hallowshire, which if memory serves, we got told was to the south. The south of, oh, rather, we leave the building, or leave the fortress and head south. So, let's do that. So I'm assuming this eventually becomes fast travel, because it very much appears to be an airship. Which we were very much told earlier is decidedly a thing that's in the games, the way of getting around. Although, there is a distinct... lack of canopy, or of, like, a balloon. Is it? Yeah, cannon. There's, like, no wings. No. Anyway, I'm sort of actually trying to get out of here the way we got on. I can't remember how we did. Let's... No, it wasn't this way, it wasn't. Okay. Can use it eventually. Ugh. I think the conclusion we're coming to is it's not that way. Okay, we found it. We now can work out where we're going. So we're going this way. Ow. Not found any map charts. We're going through a saving screen. Okay, so this is that room. We have actually seen here before, and this is the entrance to the thing. Okay, cool. Now, the next really important question is, do we have a compass? No, we do have a save point, so let's use this. This does not appear to be the way that we came in the first time, so my assumption is that because it's semi on rails at this point, we're still going in the right direction, but we're going to explore a little bit. And see if we can find anything that might be lootable. I do quite like the I know where we are. I do quite like the sort of almost Dark Souls-esque nature of sort of how the game seems to be doing shortcuts. Ooh, you're something I can talk to. Dark Soul mercenary languishes. An 8 in her hand is in one hand. She barely registers your presence. Sorry, an ale in her hand. So you're the one with the Inquisition, or some petty thief come to pick at our corpses. I am hunting your leader. Do as you please. I'll not hamper you. That wench has led us into enough trouble. Swigs the ale, most of it splashing down her face. Quite some skill drinking through that mask. What can you tell me about Bella Blues? She squints at you, her head swaying from the booze. You can keep a secret, right? She leads the Dark Star Mercenaries, and so I'm supposed to tip my hat and call her boss, but between you and me, she's gonna get us all killed. Maybe already has. She speaks of mad prophecies, of breaking reality itself, to make some sort of deathless heaven. Nonsense and lies, the lot. I don't care, fella. Let me in the storeroom below. You know what? Why do I always get the shitty job? Sure, you can loot the whole place for all I care. That'll show Vela a thing or two. Leave you to your ale. This is a forge. So... okay. Cool. So we did actually need more iron ore than we had. That's the thing. Whatever. We have learned for the future. Assume... Oh, that's going to be for upgrading armor. No, whatever. Can he carry more lockpicks? Not that I've played a lot of it, but I think the idea of sort of tying, a large extent, the experience to an item is also, I think, maybe something they picked up from Underrail, because in that game you have the two options of either leveling through killing stuff, or doing things, or leveling up through exploration. A bomb, yay. More artwork of where we already are. And a house on a hill. Right. It's that. We'll continue on around here. I think the biggest thing with those drop pods is the fact that I instinctively feel sort of base level arachnophobia. That, oh my god, it's an enemy. Speaking of... Man had two faces. And the reason why we're exploring back this way is A, because we found a path, and that would usually indicate that there is something. City Silk River. So, not an enemy. So reach up in there and grab that shit. What? Oh, right. I forgot there's that wisdom skill. I'm going to assume let's open something upstairs. So we'll head upstairs and see what it has. Race Delusion. What do we get? What do we get? Cornering of health, plus 20 health. Use the health of its owner. Mass-produced replica of ancient design, which predates even the world rend. The power of its enchantment is marred by mediocre craftsmanship. There's not a huge amount of point in us sleeping here because we're just going to be, we can jump down there, get that money, and then sleep there. And then head back on track. So we'll do that. But what we are going to do is go here, equip that. Are these supposed to be belts or more rings? They look like belts. Oh, and we need to pick up the second spell. We still don't know what those things do, but yeah. Anyway, we'll back in tutorial land. We'll come over here and sleep. Now one thing I have noticed upon checking the previous recording is that the I did miss the sleeping, or the amount we slept, or the when we slept in the first episode, we hadn't actually noticed that it was midday. I think that we did technically wait an entire day. So we should just be able to run through here. Now that we own this fort. Oh. Okay. The fort is not a straight line through it, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. Oh, sorry, open that gate. Here, up. I know it looks like an interesting landmark. We've conquered it and everything. At least I know what I'm doing on the top level because it's relatively straightforward. We'll lift. And not fall down the hole. Which would be, you know, awful. Now... Okay, cool. So, we're now back to where we started. So we know it's over there. We can make a different direction. That's a thing with legs. Now, part of the reason for us wanting to explore at the moment... Actually, we hadn't even finished over here. We just opened that door and then sort of got sidetracked. There. More lockpicks. Okay. And then we've got whatever this thing is. What is this? Okay, so we are hostile. Yeah, he's dead. Yay, throwing knives. A thing I'm using all the time. Potion. This spells illusions and reveals the truth of things. The Union has banned the use of this potion. For interference with many of their officially sanctioned spells. Oh. Money. Waterfall. Yeah. Okay. So, let's ignore to the right for the time being. Let's just try to make some progress, right? Got a man. Oh, right, I do have unspent illusions. So, what do you want? We've got one level. We are supposed to be spellcasters, so I think we should probably invest in wisdom because we've only got 1 point. So let's do that. I also feel that of our stats, it's the one that's the lowest, or rather, objectively it is equal lowest, but in terms of mana and that sort of thing. And when we do actually start casting spells, I don't want to be having to rest all the time just for casting one thing, right? So we are going to invest in wisdom. I've got a man. Oh my! What's all that commotion over yonder? It appears to be quite lost. Sorry, I appear to be quite lost. I bought a map of the Oneric Isles back in Rovia, but it seems to be decades out of date, he grumbles. That's the trouble with these fringe islands. Every few decades, they've flooded with different they're floated into different positions. Take my advice, traveler. If you're looking to explore, make sure you find an accurate map. Do you know where I can find a map? Well, I noticed that the Erudite Academy is flying over Hallowshire, to the south of here. Can you see it up there in the sky? It travels all over the Atmospheric Union, so I've heard. I met one of their scholars in a red tent in the forest underneath Hill Village. Though I've seen them in other places too. Believe it or not, they're working on a map of the region right now. Only it's not quite ready. Still, I'd try asking them, worth a shot, eh? So where are you trying to get to? Oh, I'm trying to get to the Endless Realm. It's said to be a place where people never die, even though the flesh peels from their bones. As a boy, my mother would scare me with the fates of the Cadaver Crusades, when the Endless would hunt the living and feast on their still warm bodies. It would scare me witless, but still, I always dreamed of going there someday. And I have on good authority that they've reformed their ways. They only eat non-sentient meat, and are on very good terms with the Upper Sarah Union. So I said to myself, what do I have to lose? Well, I suppose they could still eat me. Thank you, random man. Been very helpful with your random money bags. Oh my god, directions. Okay. We can't read. This way to Pill Village, purveyors of prophetic Skyshroom tea. And wait, to the sacred shroom. Okay, so I'm gonna go on a hunch and say they're gonna send us here anyway, but I'm just gonna grab this. And then we're going to go to Pill Village. Now he did also say, see if we can see a floating thing. Unless he means that, which seems far too close to be what he's talking about. We will need to keep an eye out. The other interesting thing with this point of this game is that I have no real sense of the scale of the world, right? We can see a skybox. I'm going to sneeze. Bear with me a second. We can see a skybox, and we can see islands floating in it. But I don't know if this is sort of one relatively small level within a much larger game, or whether these are the various islands we're going to end up going to at some point in the future. It'll be interesting to find out. There's quite a bit down there. Let's go to the village because we have a quest there, and then we can work out what we're doing from there. Because chances are we're going to get quests to go everywhere else, right? Now that you saw this is a village, it's very obviously a village. And we did have a quest to come here. So, this looks like an interesting landmark. You look very... the youth looks at you with caution. Wide eyes lodged in a gaunt face. Oh, a newcomer. Welcome to Pool Village. My name's Ludd. Were you, involved in that commotion over there at the old fort? Let's pretend we don't know what he's doing. The boy's shoulders slacken and he looks genuinely relieved. I can tell you a little about our town if you like. We're just a humble village. Have you heard of the Skyshroom? It's a mushroom that grows. So that shows you the future. We grow it and sell it, only things aren't going so well lately. People are worried. What's going wrong exactly? Well, the crop yield is bad. Each year we've been growing less Skyshroom. Scratches his head. Some people are getting worried. He looks around, then leans in closer. Some people are considering the old ways. You know, consorting with Wiccans and gods. That's very stupid of them. Boy nods furiously. Of course. Very illegal, and also kind of exciting, wouldn't you say? He seems to regret his choice of words. I just mean very boring here. It's very boring here sometimes. Anyway, the local Waymaster Kulwich has gotten pretty spooked by it all. He's weighing everybody who comes by, just to make sure they're not a Wiccan. I'm expecting this is going to turn into a joke. But my mother, Olwen, she's the mayor, by the way. It doesn't seem too bothered by it all. She's much too worried about something else. I heard her mumbling about some sort of monster lately. Blinks. Oh, I'm sorry. I tend to waffle, don't I? Is there something you'd like to know? Can you point me around town? Oh, I suppose so. He gestures behind him. Just in town, you'll find the Way House, the Waymaster Kulwich. He's pretty respected around here. Here in the Skyshroom Company, which sells Skyshrooms, of course, and other things. Further up the hill is the mayor's house. That's where my mother, actually, I mean, Mayor lives. She sometimes has work. She sometimes has work going. And further up is the old sacred shroom. Only it's dead. What does the Waymaster do? Oh, Kulwich, he's pretty important. He went to River. Ryova, the capital city of the Episodic Union that's really far away, to get certified as a Waymaster. He weighs things for merchants and buys to make sure that the price is fair. Might not seem like much, but for a small town like us, it means we can trade with realms like Banner, Bayon, and Lundell. He gets closer, eyes wide. He also weighs people. Lately, he's been real worried about the Wiccan sympathizers, and he has a magic cipher scales that can tell if you're evil. He looked sheepish. He's not weighed me, though. I guess he doesn't think I'm tough enough to be a criminal. Tell me about the Sky Shroom Company. Well, it's run by Dwin, whose family has been growing scry shrooms for generations. Without his company, the town wouldn't really exist. Mushrooms are kind of all there is around here. Mother wouldn't let me drink the scry shroom tea, even though she does all the time. She says it's too intense. That you have to be responsible adult to see the future. I don't see the big deal, though. She mostly just hallucinates about having a bigger garden. So your mother is the mayor. You know, it's not everyone likes her because she comes from all the way over in Lundell. That's a faraway place with castles and windswept moors in Union Heartland. I was born there, so I've never. I was born here, so I've never been. Why is the second shroom dead? Oh, well, it's because Killwitch killed our god, of course. Would you care to elaborate? Oh, I'm sorry, I forget not everyone knows about it. He chuckles meekly. Our old god was Angwin, and he was really mean. Like, he wanted people to sacrifice themselves at the sacred shrooms to make the scry shrooms grow good. That's all I wanted to know. I hope I didn't waffle too much. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop a cut in here because there's going to be a lot of talking, I think, for the next episode. So we'll be back.